Hey guys, what's up? It's Flame326 here, and today I will be giving you some of my thoughts on the E3 2014 games that recently came out. I did not go to E3, but I did do some research on the games, and these are some games that I found somewhat cool, interesting, or something to look forward to. However, they are only games on consoles that I own currently, which are the PC, 3DS, and Xbox One. There isn't going to be any exclusive like Wii U or PS4 games, unfortunately. Sorry about that. First off, we have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which seems to have an interesting storyline from its trailer, with a man spouting ideas of dictatorship and how democracy has not yet worked. It provides a key central focus, which I hope CoD will focus on more, because as of late, the multiplayer just has not been entertaining enough to catch my attention, and the story is something they could expand upon. Next, we have Dragon Age Inquisition, which myself, not having been a previous Dragon Age fan, seems very interesting, much like Skyrim style. However, the way it is portrayed is entirely different, seeming to project the magic, action, and RPG aspect towards the player instead of the exploration, story, and adventure. I'll be looking forward to fighting dragons by sending huge rocks at them. Halo 5 has gained some new information, which I slightly take as being disappointing. We now have a new unknown Spartan searching for Master Chief. It seems to give off a mystery and adventure vibe, which I have not known Halo to do previously. I enjoyed the action and story, fighting Covenant and Flood, saving humanity in Cortana, instead of having a vague mystery to solve. Maybe it's just me getting the wrong tone from it, but I'm kind of disappointed. However, hopefully Evolve, a new game from E3, won't disappoint with its new concept similar to natural selection of humans and aliens facing off. This time we have a group of humans hunting a single beastly monster which must evolve and fend for itself. It requires tactical cooperation from teams and planned strategy to attack. Overall, this game is something to possibly look forward to. Then we have gore, and more gore, along with a side of horror. The evil within, slightly like Resident Evil, sends chills and anyone screaming if they even think to play this game. We get the idea that humans are now becoming hunted and ate, with the main character barely avoiding death. It looks as if he will have to stealthily evade enemies as well as traps and the fear inside him to save the world. Quantum Break is very different and instead plunges us on a puzzle game with the ability to stop or slow down time for a short bit of time. It's unique with the individual concept of time as well as the adventure, action, and puzzle that is to come with it. Tom Clancy's The Division has been on my list for a while, and I cannot wait for a modern day war RPG gun game featuring the PvP and gunfights differently. I see it as very similar to Watch Dogs, while being even more awesome and unique. Much like Dragon Age Inquisition, we have Fable Legends with an RPG style as well as magic and swords. I also saw co-op with the fighting, much like Magicka, and while I haven't played any of the previous games, this one seems to be to my taste. Although it has been criticized with lack of female characters, I say shut up and wait for it to come out because the French Revolution has a lot of death in it. Assassin's Creed Unity comes during the French Revolution, unlike the expected Japan, and with it co-op. You can now have an active human player help you face off against the French government helping the civilians. I have had bad experiences with the previous Assassin's Creeds, but hopefully this one will fix it. D4, Dark Dreams Don't Die, is a wacky and cartoonish mystery adventure series such as The Wolf Among Us. The graphics are interesting, making it give and act randomly during the game, and it sure does look neat. Not exactly my type of game, but something to check out. Okay, now Destiny. Do I need to say anything about this game? Oh, and before I forget, Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 15 weren't addressed this E3, but they were previously, and I am still looking forward to them greatly, especially Final Fantasy 15. Then we have StarWars BattleFront, and just let the nostalgia flow through you. I remember this game as a child, and when I first heard about it during E3, I thought, I will get this game no matter what. Seriously, that game was amazing. Rainbow Six Siege was very enlightening and had to be the most strategic team cooperation game I have ever seen. You either coordinate your attack against a building or plan your defenses and keep a hostage somewhere in the house. I plan to form a team and annihilate all those who can't form a good team strategy, aka all you noobs out there. Phantom Dust features magic again like other games, and it has caught my attention because it has magic. You have two humanoid figures conjuring up orbs of magic and sending them flying, or making a sword and cutting your opponent in half. Again with the magic, I love it. From magic to parkour, we now have Mirror's Edge 2. I didn't play the previous Mirror's Edge, but after looking at the graphics and amazingness of this game, it feels like I have to because I cannot wait. The action, parkour, graphics, and story all point to a fantastic game. Meanwhile, Snake does his own parkour in Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. I have not been given the liberty of playing his previous games other than Super Smash Bros. Brawl. However, I have seen other people play them, and I honestly need to play them myself one day. Maybe that day will start with Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. Speaking of games that I haven't played, here's one I need to get into, Mass Effect 4. From previous fans' exclamation, this is an amazing series, and from E3 it's just getting better with all new characters, worlds, and an incredible story. I am missing out on a lot of stuff. But something you and I shouldn't miss out on is Lords of the Fallen, which is where Dark Souls meets Skyrim, an intense world filled with demons that can one-shot you just by touching you. It also has a massive exploration property where you can revisit areas you were at previously in the story to find new stuff. I honestly don't think you can find a better game combination. Next comes a sequel to one of my personal favorite tower defenses, Defense Grid, featuring you building various towers to protect cores that ensure the life of a program that guides you. The original had a lot of replayability and it was very fun, especially if you like strategic challenges. Defense Grid 2 should be very awesome, just saying. Another sequel coming is Dead Island 2 from the original Dead Island. We don't get any information from the cinematic, but I'm sure that it will be a good game. And finally, for the last Xbox One game, is Alien Isolation, a horror game where you and an alien are the only things on a space station. You have a tracking device but no pistols or weapon. Why? Because you're supposed to be scared. Now on to the 3DS games, which have considerably fewer but mostly better games. First off is the highly proclaimed Super Smash Bros. 3D with 33 characters or more to come. This is a sequel to Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which had the best Super Smash Bros. Campaign involving the subspace emissary. I expect this one to be oh so much better. Then we have Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, which is a Pokemon game, so it's automatically good. Oh, and there are Mega Evolutions. Fantasy Life is up next, and it looks very similar to the previous RuneScape game. Here you get to have your own life doing whatever you want, such as being a blacksmith, adventurer, warrior, or woodcutter. You can change your life in the middle of the game too, so you always have fun. In a way, it's its own mini RPG. Lastly is the Ultra Combo game, Professor Layton vs Phoenix Wright, which should say for itself how amazing this game is. And I've never even played the Professor Layton games. Seriously, like, pre-order this game right now. It's the ultimate thinking game. Finally, with the last of my own consoles is a PC, and we have Civilization Beyond Earth, which is looking fantastic with its new tech web, humans vs aliens, and planet control, just like previous Civilizations games. BattleCry is out there, and it's essentially Team Fortress meets Chivalry with cartoonish medieval war swords and powers duking it out in an arena. Black Gold Online, similar to Final Fantasy XIV, Realms Reborn, and Borderlands, is making its way with two factions looking for a rare mineral that gives each side benefits. It contains classic MMORPG elements with magic and allows for a unique progression of characters. Corpse Party is also officially coming to be released in English. It is a horror game featuring anime type characters in a school building. I really only like it because it combines horror and anime. And for the last of all games is Grey Goo, much like StarCraft, except with goo that can just walk over everything and absorb it. There are a ton of new strategies involving the goo, humans or aliens, and real time, which will allow me to just absorb all of you into my goo belly. Again, there weren't any exclusive PS4 or WiiU titles in this list as I don't have the consoles, but there were quite a few interesting games out there, so I suggest you research them and look them up. But thanks for watching, guys. These were some of the most interesting and best games out there during this E3, and I look forward to playing them all later.